Welcome back to WebTrafficBrokers.com's video series. In today's video, I'd like to discuss a little bit about the web traffic listing. We're going to get into detail about the web traffic and the seller. We're also going to touch on how to place a bid with a standard auction, how to place a bid on a Dutch auction. Furthermore, it is surprising how many pay-per-clicks and other ad networks provide little to no information regarding the seller's web traffic. We go out of our way or beyond normal protocol to provide you with information so that you're able to make a logical and better decision when placing a bid. Let's jump right into it. Basically a Facebook listing. It's a mock listing, and a few things I like to point out to you before we get started. And the first one, of course, is meet the seller. It's very important that you meet the seller to check on the seller's reputation, look at any negative feedback that the seller may have. That's probably the first place I would start. If for some reason not all your questions are answered in the information provided in the listing agreement, you can also send the seller a question and ask them any question you like. You can also go into my control panel and view messages to see seller's responses. And again, we have question marks here for any questions that you may have. These are direct links to our FAQ, so you can immediately find out what the meaning is to some of these labels. So this is a standard auction. Visitor quantity is 10,000. Performance model is CPC. So basically Facebook is selling 10,000 visitors on a pay-per-click basis. The unique IP duration is 24 hours. And again, if you don't know what that is, just simply click on the question mark. 10 years ago, however, 24 hours was considered to be the acceptable time period per click. In other words, you're only charged for one IP per 24-hour period. Nowadays, with some major pay-per-clicks and some ad networks, we're seeing unique IP duration as low as 5 minutes. Some consider that to be overcharging, and the rule of thumb that you have to pay attention to is that 24 hours is better for buyers simply because IPs are only counted one per 24-hour period. Now, if this dropped down to 1 hour, then technically you could be charged for 24 clicks on the same ad, one IP per hour for 24 hours. Here's general information about the listing itself, the seller's location, ends with, this is how many days the auction ends, number of bids, right now there's 0 bids on this auction, current bid is 99 cents, this is the lowest bid amount that you can possibly bid, it has to be equal to this amount or higher, auction starts October 30th and it ends November 29th. Auction ID is important, you have to remember that. If for some reason there is a dispute, the disputes are tracked by auction ID. Web traffic stats, well, Facebook has uploaded a statistics page that you can take a look at very quickly, and you can see any type of trends or spikes in traffic, the history of the traffic, and it'll give you a rough idea of exactly what type of traffic volume Facebook has had. Ad type is link text, so they're selling 10,000 link text or squares. Traffic origination, where does the traffic originate from? Well, in this case, it originates from Facebook.com site. So pay attention to the traffic origination. Max traffic delivery. This basically is the deadline of how long the seller has to deliver the traffic. In this case, it's 2 weeks. If for some reason the seller is not meeting the deadline, please communicate with them and see if an extension is needed. Tracking method. We have 3 types of tracking methods: self-hosted, third-party hosted, and webtrafficcops.com. I can't get into all the details in this short video, but if you like, click the question mark and get more information through our FAQ. But for this listing, it's basically saying that tracking and the numbers being tracked are going to be provided by the seller, which is Facebook. Revenue auditing is who's tracking the dollar amounts that you owe them. And basically that's going to be provided by the seller as well. In a sense, this would be like an AdWords type ad where AdWords tracks all the clicks and tells you how much you owe them. Now we offer 2 other tracking methods, as mentioned earlier, and one is third-party hosted. Third-party hosted is a neutral party that represents both the buyer and seller. Some may say that there's a conflict of interest when only the seller is making the counts and determining the revenue audit. Also, Web Traffic Brokers offers our own in-house solution called Web Traffic Cops. This is a tracking system that's been in development for the last 10 years. It's very accurate and it's free of charge to members. Additional auditing terms and conditions. If there's any other type of terms and conditions that need to be disclosed to you, you can find it here. This is a very important area. This is the small print, so read it carefully. This will help you make a better decision, or if you have any questions, again, send a question to the seller so that you can clarify his terms and conditions. All right, let's move down to web traffic demographics. As mentioned earlier, WebTrafficBrokers.com goes beyond normal protocol to try to provide you with as much information as possible so that you're able to make a more accurate bid when it comes to placing bids on auctions. Here, we've collected information from the seller. The seller has inputted various types of information, and you can get an idea of what each represents. Users by gender, we know what percentage of males and what percentage of females visit this site. Users by household size, users by age, you can get an idea of the age group that visit the site. Users by education, by income, and by country. This type of demographics helps you to micro-target your ads. Now you know exactly what type of users are coming to this site. WebTrafficBrokers.com is trying to get away from the keyword targeting business model, as we feel that's more of a shotgun effect, and user demographics is a lot more exact when it comes to targeting your ads to users. Web traffic description: the sellers provided you information regarding the site. There should be some history in here. Any other pertinent information they feel is necessary would be included in the web traffic description. Web traffic statistics image gallery: if for some reason the seller has not uploaded a URL here under web traffic stats, you can simply go to the image gallery and the seller can provide you with snippets of graphs, testimonials, any type of information that they feel pertinent to help you make a better decision or to encourage bids. Additional web traffic information and statistics. Here, whatever the seller hasn't provided you as far as demographics is concerned and information regarding their traffic or the seller's identity, we have a tool that goes out into the internet and collects data for you from various sources. There's a number of different types of sources we collect. Google backlinks. Obviously, if Facebook had a lot of traffic, which they do, but did not have any backlinks, that would be cause for suspicion. Age of the domain name. Here you can find out information about the IP. Who is data? ARN, IP allocation. Also, we collect data from various third-party tracking sources. You can confirm any of the information that we already have posted on the web traffic listing. Geolocate. Where's the headquarters of the seller? Reverse IP. Alexa rank. All right, we're going to head back to the top. I'd like to touch a little bit about how to place a bid on a standard auction and how to place a bid on a Dutch auction. Okay, let's discuss standard auction bidding. Again, this is a standard auction, 10,000 visitor quantity, performance model CPC. Current bid is 99 cents and starting bid is 99 cents. So you can place a bid of 99 cents or anything above that. The thing to remember about standard auctions is that it's a bulk media buy, which means basically that you are going to place a bid for the full amount of 10,000 visitor quantity. You're not paying per visitor, you're paying for the full amount of the visitor quantity offered in this listing. So if I were to put $1,000, for example, in here, that would be my bid. Now I know $1,000 at 10,000 visitor quantity works out to be about 10 cents a click. But as you can see, I don't really need to put $1,000 for my bid. I only have to put in anything above 99 cents. But if you like, we have a proxy bid system that would bid for you. Basically, the way that works is that we'll increase your bid up to $1,000 based on these bid increments. As you can see here, $1 to $4.99 is a 25-cent bid increment. So what that means is that if you place the bid for $1,000, the next lowest bid amount is probably going to be $1.24, which is 25 cents increase. Our proxy bidding system will increase the bid amount for you without you having to come back to the site up to $1,000. And all you would do here is enter your password to confirm that bid amount, and the bid is placed for you. You may notice that we have 6 zeros here, but remember, since our system offers for 1/10 of a cent bid amount, we take this to 3 decimal points. Still, this is $1,000. Okay, that pretty much covers the standard bidding. We're going to come back here. We're going to change this to Dutch auction, and I want to show you the difference between standard auction and Dutch auction bidding. Welcome back to the Facebook listing. Here we've changed the auction type from standard to Dutch auction. Everything else is pretty much the same. A couple of things I'd like to point out to you to help you quickly in regards to Dutch auctions is to click the question mark. Pay attention to Dutch auction case studies. Here you can see the exact flow of a Dutch auction with multiple bidders. The important thing about a Dutch auction is that more than one bidder can bid on multiple quantities. So in this case, bidder 1 bid 3,000, bidder 2 bid 4,000, bidder 3 bid 4,000, bidder 4 bid 4,000. Now obviously there's only 10,000 visitor quantity here, so not all these bidders are going to win, and not all of them are going to win the amounts that they bid on, which is usually based on the amount of money that they bid per visitor. The second most important thing to note is that Dutch auctions allow for bids as low as 1/10 of a cent. So here we have 8/10 of a cent. Here we have 1.3 cents. And over here we get 7/10 of a cent. So keep that in mind when placing bids. And remember, one thing about bidding is that the first one to make the bid, if both bids were equal, in other words, if we had 2 at 7/10 of a cent, the first one who places the bid is usually the winner. So let's place a bid. Unlike standard auction, Dutch auctions does not offer any reserve price. We don't offer any bid increments as far as the system bidding for you. So in this case, we don't want the full 10,000. We only want 5,000 visitors. Visitor quantity is 5,000. We know that we're probably going to pay 10 cents per visitor, and if you were to click that, it would equate it for you rather easily. So $500. Again, you could even bid at 1/10 of a cent. That bid is 1/10 of a cent per visitor, which is $5. So I hope you get the idea. Enter the password and the bid is placed for you. Please know that if you do win one of the auctions, you're obligated to buy this traffic. You'll receive a pay button, and that'll bring you through the process of paying. Basically, you're depositing money into our escrow account, and that money is not released until the seller has sent you the traffic, and you have released those escrow funds to the seller after you approve the traffic. So basically, Web Traffic Brokers has provided a way to protect both you and the seller. And that's pretty much it for Dutch auctions. Again, thank you for your time, and we hope that this video was helpful.